How much do someone's political views matter when it comes to casual dating, and why? Political views of many people reflect their core values, and it is also important to consider how opposing views they have to mine. We don't need to share every single belief, but we do need to share the same values and worldview. I think the answer to this question really depends on whether or not you are meaning casual dating as a euphemism for hooking up for sex. Some opinions are literally just a turn off. It's not a getting pissy thing. It's a I'm less attracted to you now thing. There are some political opinions that can turn very ugly very quickly if something goes wrong while casually dating. Abortion rights aren't something that's particularly safe to disagree about in a sexual relationship, even a casual dating one. I couldn't casually date someone whose views are radically different than mine. Even casually dating, I have to stand being around this person for extended periods of time. And usually politics reflect morals, and I don't like being with b-holes. This thread is basically, would you date a Republican? In disguise. Get it out of the way first. If you both accept each other's differences, then that's fine. However, if you cannot, then there's no point in wasting time just to be doomed in a failed relationship later down the road. Remember, you only get one shot at life. I'd say a lot. Casual dating is how you find your long-term partner. You don't necessarily need to have the same opinions, but you do need to be on the same page as your partner about fundamental things such as politics, children, careers, monogamy or lack thereof, etc. It depends if their political view is going to affect my safety. Highly. I wouldn't date someone who sees me as a thing or thinks that my problems will be solved if I come to salvation. Your political views are how you see the world. If your views are that some people are simply less human and less deserving of rights than others, that's a deal breaker. Why would I want to spend any time with someone like that? As a trans person, I'm guessing dating someone who thinks trans people don't deserve rights wouldn't go well. I'm queer, so if someone wants to date me but also voted for a politician who campaigns on taking my rights away, I'm gonna decline, and be very confused. I mean, would I date someone who would rather I die than get an abortion? No. I think when politics become about being a part of a say in women's bodies, who people marry, religion, and the endless amounts of other things that shouldn't be a part of politics, is when it becomes an issue. Because politics seem to pull these things out around elections to try and win votes instead of worrying about actual politics is when shit goes haywire. For a one-night stand? For something more serious. Entirely. As an American, if they supported the guy who bragged about grabbing young women he's never met, by the pussy, then it means they are okay with and even admire forcible sexual assault. Not someone anyone can feel safe around for even a moment, casual or otherwise. They've been married 25 years and they often found that you have to like or enjoy the same things, but you really do have to have compatible values. If political views are a substitute for values, it's a convenient shorthand for, am I going to be able to live with this person respectfully long term? There are, of course, couples that can separate the two, but it's rare. If you can't stand their views, can you stand being around them? If someone is of the political belief that I or people like me should have rights, then they aren't getting any sex law, so it's pretty important. As long as their political view hasn't replaced their personality, I don't care. Sorts by controversial. I've dated outside my political affiliation. It was fine. That being said, I think going forward we'd have to agree on at least the big issues if we don't want to be fighting all the time. If you want to have sex while we are casually dating, and you voted against my sexual reproductive rights, then it matters. I can't find people, women in my case, attractive if they have political views that dehumanize others, or if they are wildly uninformed about social and environmental issues. I've done that and been there, and it's just a huge waste of my time, and I don't like their company and I don't agree with their opinions or resulting behaviors. As a gay person, almost everything about how I date is politicized, so yeah, it would matter a lot. Happily married, so those days are behind me, hopefully forever, but in general I wouldn't want to hang out with people I don't like, let alone have sex with them, even if it's just the casual kind. And yes, There are certain political views that will make me not like you no matter what an easygoing, entertaining, charismatic and attractive person you are apart from them. Depends on how radically different their views are from mine. Differences are one thing, polar opposites on the political spectrum are another. It would depend on what those political views are. I don't mind if someone wants to raise or lower taxes, or pay off the national debt. However, if that same person believes that a certain group of people should be rounded up and murdered so everyone else can take their stuff, then I'd consider that a deal breaker. A lot. As a woman, I won't date someone who is willing to trade my bodily autonomy for a tax cut. And I won't date a racist. Never shag a Tory. When they can force you to give birth, there is no such thing as casual dating.